So find your seat. We did this with my teacher earlier this week, my senior teacher. She had us just cross at the middle of the shin, and my feet are still on the floor. I've got my favorite cross today. What the heck is this? 14th. So it's an even day, so you can have your favorite cross. And so I keep the shins crossed there, and I walk my feet away, and I get this nice cross, and I'm crossing at the right place. Try it if you've never tried it. So you start here, and you kind of push the shin that's closest end into the calf that's in front. And then you walk your feet away, and there you are. Okay, lean forward, move the buttock flesh away. Hands towards the back of your blanket support, roll the shoulders back, lift your chest just a little bit, your eyes beyond higher than eye level. Try to settle yourself and let that uprightness of your body and the smoothness of your breath allow your mind to come to a place where you can be settled, where you can be somewhat on an even keel, if you will. And then bring your hands to your heart. Take off your glasses if you have them. Close your eyes completely. And just let your consciousness illuminate your breath. Sort of like, one of those my kids have when they go camping. They have one of those headlamps they wear across their forehead. So imagine that's your consciousness, and it's shining to all parts of your body. Have a good look around. And after you've looked around and you've seen that everything is settled, can you settle your consciousness right there at your heart center? And have a nice upliftment inside that heart center, and where the heart center feels as though it's pulling up towards the thumbs. The shoulder blades are moving down the back. The shoulder blades are moving into the chest. Soften the abdomen and just observe yourself. As human beings, we have that ability, to judge ourselves. So here, not to be so judgmental, but just observe. Observe your steadiness, your evenness. And again, let that uprightness of your body, the smoothness of your breath settle your mind. Join me if you would like in the 3 Ohms. Om. 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 On an exhalation, bow your heads down. Release your hands. And slowly lift the head up and open your eyes. Okay. I'm going to show you, I'm going to actually share the screen for just a moment to show you something. I figured out how to do this. I was so excited. All right. Done. Can you see? Come close. can you see your spine? Right? So where I'm going to be talking about a lot today is this thoracolumbar junction. Okay, do you see it? So there's lumbosacral, there's lumbar, and then the thoracolumbar junction. It's where T12 and L1 meet. Okay, so when I say that, I want you to kind of be able to put your mind in that spot. Understood? Okay. Yay. Okay, now sit, just bring yourself into, let me get rid of some stuff here. Dandasana. And in Dandasana, let's just see. Did I save? Yeah. So, you know, again, you can see he's not casual in this pose. Can you see? It's a strong Dandasana. So use your hands, observe your legs. The entire back of the leg should press into the floor. I'm going to go both. I'm going to have the ability to go both ways here. So the first way I might show you is I take the thighs back towards the hamstring, back towards the buttock. Everybody can hear me okay and see me okay? Laura, you're okay? You can't hear me? You can unmute yourself and tell me what the problem is. Can you unmute yourself? Everybody else can hear but Laura? Yeah.
I could hear you. I couldn't see you, and I didn't have a screen, so I had to log back in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That picture, somehow it kicked me out. But anyway, I'm back.
Okay,
Sorry.
you're back. Okay, no problem. All right, so sit in your strong, non-casual Dandasana. If you've been doing it the whole time, take yourself in a little break and then start over. So I pull the hamstrings back. I use the hands strongly, and this, remember I've said many a time, this thumb mound and index finger, which is not half of your hand, that is stronger than the whole rest of your hand by itself, okay? So that area has to strongly press down. Roll the shoulders back, the sacrum has to pull into the body. Lift yourself up. Don't harden the throat. Press the thighs firmly down. Okay, now, Urdhva Hastasana in Dandasana. Imagine you could lift your the weight of your trunk, right? The weight of your trunk weighs a lot more than just your legs, right? So you lift the weight of your trunk off your legs. The legs press down, the trunk pulls up. The legs press down, the trunk pulls up. The tendency will be to lift your thighs. Don't let the thighs lift. Go up, down with the legs, up with the trunk. Okay, and don't let if your shoulders are, if your shoulders are tight, by all means, you can go wider. I see some of you going a little bit wider. Like this, that's okay, but make sure you're turning the outer arm in, and lift up. Okay, have a rest. Just a casual Dandasana. All right, now remember the diagram. Thoracolumbar junction. So you're going to take Dandasana, Urdhva Hastasana in Dandasana again to turn from that thoracolumbar junction. So inhale, go up. Okay, I'll do the opposite side. So you're turning to your right, and the left hand is just there right above the knee. And it's this thoracolumbar junction, if I turn sideways, right there, that is doing the instigating of the turn. Turn. Now, even extension of the front of the trunk and the back ribs. up, front of the trunk and the back ribs, and turn from that thoraco-lumbar junction. Thighs still down. Turn, don't go back, Chaya. You're going back a little bit. So here's what I see. You're going back. I exaggerated a little bit. So don't go back, go up, even extension, turn there, turn from there. Use your hands to push down, both the backhand and the front hand, turn. Okay, then come back to the front, have a rest. It should be taxing you. You know, here I am, I'm, and I've already been up and done a whole practice myself this morning. All right, Dandasana. Okay, thighs down, trunk up, lift your trunk up, off. This is the gluteus medius, this side, the muscles that wrap around the side of the hips, that has to be firm and pull into the body as the legs go down. Now you're turning to your left. Thoraco-lumbar junction, turn those back ribs, lift up, even extension of both sides of your trunk. Turn and look over your shoulder. Okay, if the legs can be together, they should be together because they will give you information. If your legs go uneven, that means you're turning from your hips. Don't turn from your hips, turn from that lumbar junction, the thoraco-lumbar junction. Okay, you got that? Good. We need to do it again. We better not. I'll never have enough time. So now I'm going to put this mat, my first mat, is super, super thick and it's not comfortable to hold on to. So I'm doubling up and I put a thinner mat on top and show and tell again. I know some of you have your books. All right, we're going to go through Supta Tadasana, Supta Urdhva Hastasana, and then the true Supta Padangusthasana, the true Supta Padangusthasana. So, you know, don't jump forward and just do, after I show you these pictures, just, you know, stay with me and listen to the trajectory of what we'll do. Okay, that's stage 1 of Supta Padangusthasana 1. That's stage 2 of Supta Padangusthasana 1. Okay, the trunk coming up to meet the leg.
What frame numbers are those?
Okay, it is page 245 or plate 284 and 285.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, so if you know you cannot grab your big toe, you have a strap nearby, and it's probably best to just have one long loop in your strap. So you no loop, right? Just one long strap. All right, so don't have your strap nearby, but don't do anything with it. I would like to do this step by step. You need a wall. It's very important, the wall. And my words should be enough, Laura, now that you've seen the pictures. If you can't see the screen, you should be fine. So I'm sitting. My knees are quite bent. I'd say at least 10, 12 inches away from the floor. And I'm pushing my feet well into the wall. Okay, now I'm coming down to my elbows. And as I come down to my elbows, I scoot in again. So maybe 2, 3 more inches to get the sacrum flat. Make sure everybody's on the same page. You haven't put your back down yet. Your knees, see how much my knees are still bent? Sacrum flat. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and lay down with my knees really bent, and I'm going to hold that first sticky mat as if my life depended on it. So I turn the upper arms out, tuck and roll, and I let my sticky mat grab some of my shirt. You can see that as it tucks the shoulder blades under. Do it on the other side. My knees are still bent. and I've got a really nice grip of my sticky mat, and I'm pulling the sticky mat towards my feet. Okay, now inhale, and then on an exhalation, I stretch the legs straight. I'm still holding on to the sticky mat. Pull the sticky mat down. Okay, now even extension between, the back ribs and the front ribs. Front of the body, back of the body, even extension. Keep those shoulders down. Okay, now you have to keep the thighs down and keep the feet pressing into the wall. Slowly remove your hands from your sticky mat. Take the arms up just over your shoulders. Turn the palms towards your face, right? Away from the wall that's in front of you. Keep your shoulders down. Watch, this is me letting my shoulders come up. So I pull, I kind of inject the upper arms into the shoulder sockets, and I have still even extension on the spine, front of the trunk, back of the trunk. Now exhaling, I take the arms overhead. Now my shoulders, the outer shoulders here and shoulder blades are staying on the floor, but my lumbars can lift up. My sacrum should not lift up, and I fully extend the spine. But I want you to think about an even extension of both the back body and the front body as far as the spine goes. Keep pushing your feet into the wall. Okay, now keep your legs active. Keep pushing the feet into the wall and the thighs down into the floor. Take your arms out by your sides. Palms flat on the floor. Shoulders down, this outer corner of the shoulder down. Okay, now press your hands down, press your arms down, and keep your mind pressing the left foot into the wall as if you were going to press the wall down. And now just take your right leg up 90 degrees. Just to 90. Just to 90. Keep pressing your left leg into the wall. Okay, now those of you who can grab your big toe, you're reaching up to grab your big toe. If you can't grab your big toe, you have to reach up, and you've got on. Yeah, here's my strap. Just with one hand. Okay, now we should be able to do this together. My demonstration isn't so great, but now I'm going to curl up. I'm going to go back to my toe. Okay, so I'm pulling the femur into the socket. So now I'm curling up. As I curl up, I move the left hand to the top of the left thigh. I curl up, and I bring the trunk off. So the ribs, my back ribs are coming off the floor. Bend the elbow out to the side, bring that leg in close. Your left foot will want to leave the wall. I have to scoot back in. Don't let it come up. Push that wall. Come up, back ribs up. Okay, exhale, come down. Go back to 90, and then that leg down. Huh. How did it go? Okay, I don't need to do the second side. I can watch you because I've already done this today.
So Sheryl, when I come up, it hurts my neck. Like it doesn't hurt exactly, but it feels like my neck is tightening up.
So Kathy, you saw the picture on plate 285?
Yeah.
His trunk is, his upper back is even with his neck. Are you bending your head? Don't bend your head. Bend at, you see his thoraco-lumbar junction? That's where he's bending from. Think of bending from there instead. Okay, now we have to go back. And if that doesn't help, then you just keep your trunk down, Kathy, and you just work on the hamstring, which we know that's good for you.
Okay,
right?
thank you.
Okay. All right, so now Supta Tadasana. press the arms and hands down into the floor along your sides. Even extension of both, the front of the trunk and the front side of your trunk and the back ribs. Okay, and now just bring your left leg up, keeping your right foot pressing into the wall, and just go to 90, Sopo, just to 90. But now you got to work on the top of the knee. Press the top of the knee back. Yes, good. You're not holding just yet. You're just having that leg up, Laura, and both arms are on the floor alongside your trunk. Yes, press down and pin the outer shoulders down to the floor. You can't press your arms down too much. So now, one of the first things we teach our beginners is how the arms and the legs help the spine. So here's a perfect idea, perfect example of it. The arms are working, your legs are working to help you make your spine long, tall, fully extended. Straighten your knee, Kathy. Straighten your knee. Press the top of the knee back. Okay, now grab your big toe, or you've got your strap. Okay, and don't let the knee bend to grab it. All right, and now begin to curl up, bringing the leg in closer. As you come up, your right hand comes off. Oh no. And your right hand comes off the floor and goes to the thigh. Goes to the thigh. Your right hand comes to your thigh. And now both, when you come up, start reaching your hand towards your kneecap and come up. Get your back ribs up, Laura. Come up, come up. Yeah, back ribs. You don't have to bend your neck. I can't see you, Kathy. Yeah, back ribs up, abdomen pulls in. Okay, and then come back down. Okay, guys, some of you know, just have a rest there. My dad is 83 and he never calls me, and he just called, and he's in town. So let me just call him really quick and make sure everything's okay. Can you just do, how about, can you either repeat that or just do Supta Padangusthasana 2? I'll be right back with you, sorry. I'm sure he's okay. And he's not going to answer. Try to get some of your other leg, which is the down leg, on the floor. Straighten your knee more, Laura. Yeah, he didn't answer. I'll send him a quick text and hope for the best. Teaching, comma, I can call you back at 11. All right, okay, all right, yeah. All right, second time comes a little bit better. Yeah, curl up, get your back ribs up, bring the leg in closer, Laura, and nice post. Okay, all right, and now release. Now, this one I think you will like. Grab a bolster or a stack of blankets. Put your stack of blankets or your bolster towards the end of your mat on your left side. We did both sides of this pose, right? Yes, okay. All right, so now we're doing the Parivrtta version. So just, if on the Parivrtta version, just watch, but can you have your setup like that? So you've got your sticky mat on your left side and have a strap just in case you need it. Remember my 2 sticky mats, very important here, because I can grab onto the top sticky mat. So here I am with my knees bent, and I am holding on. I'm tucking the shoulders under and pulling. See, I choke up and I pull on that sticky mat. It's like I'm trying to make the sticky mat longer. Pull. Okay, like that. So remember that. Okay, now I'm going to go onto my left side. If you don't have a situation like this, where you can you see where my feet are in the wall? And I'm absolutely, totally laying on my left side. If you don't have a wall here, don't worry about it, but you do have to keep reaching the bottom foot as if there was a wall here. This is going to be my bottom foot. Okay, now, this is on my left side. This is my right hip for the parivritta. You're going to place your right foot on the top of that bolster, and then strap is fine. If you can't reach your foot with the opposite hand, you'll have a strap. So here, I reach the foot and I start tucking and rolling. Now remember this? So I choke up on that sticky mat. You will take 3 breaths. You'll inhale, exhale, turn. Don't let this hip come up. It has to stay back down towards that foot that's at the wall, or not at the wall. So I'm trying to move my back from right to left. Can you see? From right to left on each subsequent exhalation. I inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So it's the parivritta version of Supta Padangusthasana. All right, your turn. So you laid on your left side. You've got the right foot over. Don't let your hips go askew. Keep your hips absolutely stacked. That's the issue. Usually the bottom hip will scoot towards the bolster. Don't let it. Okay, and then you reach your right arm to your sticky mat. And then you take 3 really deep inhalations, almost Ujjayi-like. On that exhalation, you turn your back body towards the floor. So you're scooting your left side closer to the bolster. And you're reaching your right arm. Your right arm comes around, Laura, and holds the sticky mat, the top of the sticky mat. Yeah. So now you're not stacked properly. So you have to restack your trunk. Yeah, and you can hold lower on the strap, or higher on the strap, wherever you do. It's hard to see there. Yeah, you're getting it, Laura. Yeah, pull. With each subsequent exhalation, you're sort of hollowing the abdomen towards the spine and turning your back body towards the floor. Anybody not getting it? Anybody unhappy? It should feel good. Marissa, watch your bottom foot. It's sneaking forward. Yeah, as if you had a wall there. Push and extend that bottom foot. Nice, Chaya. You're staying nice and stacked, and your body is getting closer to the floor, your back body. Okay, now just roll over, release the leg from the bolster and roll over and be on your right side. Put your bolster on the other side. Parivritta version of Supta Padangusthasana. And have the bolster not at the top of your mat, right? So it's just a little bit lower, Laura. Move your bolster slightly down so that you can grab your bolster out. Sorry, you can grab your sticky mat. If you have it, move it closer to be a little bit on the wood, is what I'm saying. So you can grab your sticky mat. Okay, and now lie on your right side, like Anatasana. Stack your hips, stack your entire trunk. Yeah. So you're in one nice straight line, and really extend the underside of your armpit towards the elbow. You can just support your head there with the crook of your arm. Okay, and now the left leg goes on the bolster. The top leg goes on the bolster. The foot goes on the bolster. Just the foot, Laura. So that's, yeah, just you have to have it a little bit away from you. Just the foot. A little bit away. Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right. Now, grab your foot with the opposite hand underneath, the hand underneath grabs the foot. Yes, grabs the foot or the strap. Okay, now work hard before you even think about turning to keep the top hip away from your hip blade, your pelvis. Draw it down. Okay, now start. Yeah, there you go. Now start that strong ujjayi-like breath, inhaling and exhaling, and try to use your sticky mat. Use your sticky mat on the other side. So your left hand pulls your sticky mat to try to bring some of your right shoulder blade, back ribs, right side on the floor. Turn that thoraco-lumbar junction. Come on, Sopo. I don't see anything moving. Turn, turn, turn. Use your breath. Turn. Yeah, are you getting it? Are you getting anywhere? Yes. Yeah. There might be a learning curve. There might be a learning curve to this. Make sure your foot is supported, Marissa. You're like barely on the bolster. Yeah. Move the top hip away. Turn your back body. Scoot the right side more towards the bolster and the left side closer to the floor. All right, there you go. Parivrtta, Supta Padangusthasana. Okay, now you don't really need the bolster, so you just kick the bolster away. We're gonna do Jatara, Parivartanasana, 3 times with bent knees and 3 times with straight legs. All right, so I'm going to give you this allowance. If you know your legs do not stay together and they're weaker, they just will not stay together, you need to belt them. And preferably you would belt them in 2 places. Middle of the thigh, or maybe 3-4 inches away from your kneecap, and then middle of the shin. But this is what you'll do. So I'm holding on for dear life, tucking and rolling, pulling the sticky mat apart, making my back nice and long. Okay, and then I bring the feet up, and you can see that I'm close, right? It's a compact pose, you might say. All right, so then inhale, exhale. I'm touching my bicep. Go slower than this. Let's see if I can do one a little slower. In control. Go slower. So 3 times each side. So you'll count to 6, right? And it'll seem easy, but I want you to do that first, and then I'll show you the straight-legged one. Knees in, feet active. So Sopo, make your legs, yes, yeah, your calves touch the backs of your thighs. Bring your knees in as close to your chest as possible. Use your breath, inhaling, and then on the exhalation, move. Can you keep the knees in close so that you can touch your bicep, Chaya? There you go. Slower, slower. Use the abdominal wall. Move it towards the spine. Okay, now just straighten the legs. Or have a rest. You can put the feet on the floor. Okay, now in the straight leg version, if that was difficult, you can repeat that. Tuck and roll. If you want to watch me do a few, pull, pull, pull. Your arms, your shoulders should be tired after Jatara Parivartanasana. So do this. Bring the legs in close. Keep the legs glued together, like they cannot come apart, and they're firm. Inhale. exhale. Inhale, exhale. So you're on the move. The movement is always takes place on an exhalation, or I should say an exhalation there is done with movement. Inhale. Go as low as you can go. Don't let the legs travel away from you. Keep them in close. Exhale. Glue them together. The bottom leg, as it comes over, is the support for the top leg. But the top leg is strong in its own. Straighten the legs, try up. Straighten the legs. Keep the lower back long. Keep both, sides of your spine long. And again, you're counting to 6. 3 each side. Keep the inner edges of your feet together. All right, last thing. Now you're moving. I'm just going to move a little bit away from my wall. All right. Here's your choices of hand position. Number 1 could be holding the sticky mat. Okay, so I hold and pull down onto the sticky mat. Tuck the shoulders under. That's 1. 2 is palms flat, just pressing the arms down. The hardest is arms overhead. Whoops. And shoulders pressing down. The whole back of the arm is as if somebody is standing on my arms. So I'm pressing the arms down, pulling the abdomen to the floor. Bend the knees, take the legs up to 90. And then how about just 3 times? You're going from 90 to 0 on an exhalation. Inhale, exhale. You can bend the knees to come back up, back to 90. Inhale, exhale. Keep the legs strong together. Bend the knees, 90. Press the arms down, press the hands down. Inhale, exhale to 0. Even extension. Front body, back body, and rest. All right, Utthita Hasta Padangustasana. Okay, take your straps off if you have them on. Sit at your wall in Dandasana and have a brick and a blanket nearby at your close range. Blanket, I'm going to put them on the other side. Blanket and brick. Sit in Dandasana at your wall. So how you do that, my knees are bent, my hands are going to help me. I'm going to scoot close all the way back to my wall and kind of drag that buttock flesh down. So I know I'm sitting upright in Dandasana. Take your arms out to the side, palms face out, shoulders roll back. So you're just like this. You can feel your sacrum on the wall. You should feel your shoulder blades going down the wall, and you should feel the extension of both the front of the trunk and the back of the trunk. Okay, now, Malasana. So you'll bend your right knee in as close to the buttock area as possible. You haven't lost the wall. Okay, then you bend the other one in. Bring your feet together And your sacrum is still on the wall. Okay, now just spend some time here. I'm not particular, although some other teachers might be, but in learning malasana, it's okay to have the knees a little bit apart at first to feel that even extension of the front of the spine and the back of the spine. So I've got my knees apart and I'm just lifting up here. Okay, now I'm going to come away from the wall a little bit, scoot the heels back and just have the sacrum on the wall now. And now I'm going to bring my knees together. And I want to feel the extension of the front of the trunk up along those legs. And I'm just going to use my arms to help me keep my knees together. Let the buttocks go down. Only your sacrum is on the wall. Only your sacrum. You have to bend more completely at the knees and you have to bend at that front ankle. All right, to get some more extension. So if you look at light on yoga, I'll get up and show you in a minute. You know, the first part of the pose looks something like this. So the arms are out parallel to the floor. Legs are together, knees are together, buttocks are down, close to the heels. All right, so that's what it is. Now I've given you the wall to give you some information, to give you some help. So now you have your blanket. You can have it, I've got it's just folded one time like this, right? Don't be on the selvage edge, be on the folded edge. Step forward, put your heels on that support. And now go back into malasana. Even extension, anterior spine, and then the inside of the back of the spine. How are we doing? You can have this higher if you need to, Kathy. It can be higher. It can be folded again. Okay, now you start. I'm going to turn front ways to show you. In stage 2, we take the knees apart and this back of the arm pushes into the front of the shin and I bring my hands in. So I just want you to do that. Now, remember the thoracic lumbar junction. That has to move in and forward. Don't let it be out of the body, right? This would be out. This would be out. I want it to move in. Okay, so the hands are coming closer. And just go forward. Keep the feet together. Look forward, look straight ahead, buttocks down. How are we doing? So in India, they squat a lot, right, Chaya? So it's easy for you. in the US, not so much squatting is done. Let the buttocks go down and go forward. Press your heels down onto whatever surface you have, press them down. Keep the whole inside edge of your feet together. Now use your arms to go forward. Push your shins back with your arms. Look straight ahead. Look straight ahead, Laura. Yep, that's it. Good. Now you have the brick there. So some of you who are close, I'll go back sideways. If you're close, you have the brick there. You've worked on this part. If you want more room for air, you make it longer. Your head goes down. Or your head goes down. Kathy, release the back of your neck. Malasana. You can have as much support under your head as long as you've gone as far forward as you can. The abdomen pulls back towards the spine and head down. Yes. Yeah. So if you want to come up, if you can see the camera, this was the first thing that we did. This, and then I asked you to do this. Yeah, you can take the elbows out wide as needed. And then eventually, that's the pose. But we're not taking the arms behind. I'm just now working on that one. Okay. All right, now release. Release from Malasana. Okay, now, if you do Shirshasana, I'm going to allow 3 minutes for your Shirshasana. If you don't do Shirshasana, you're going to do Prasarita Padottanasana with a strap at the ankles and under your heels. So let me show. It's preferable if you don't have a really long strap, you know, an 8-foot strap is preferable. If you don't, you could put 2 straps together. Here's my longer 8-foot strap. If you're doing Shirshasana, you're just going up and doing your Shirshasana. So I have the strap underneath my heels and across the top of my ankles. So I want to press into those heels and pull. I'm pulling the legs apart or the feet apart so that I can feel that outer foot bone. Okay, then you're coming forward. Now watch how you can use, I want you to do a good extension forward. So hands all the way forward, keep your head in line with your biceps. Keep pushing into that strap, let the legs, the back of the legs open well. Okay, then you can reach underneath the first strap, right? The top strap, take the hands underneath. Yeah, just the first strap and put the head down. Press the hands, lift the shoulders up and away from the floor and keep spreading the back of your legs apart. Even your buttock bones, spread them apart. Let the buttocks go down, straighten your legs, straighten the top of the knee. You'll see if your feet are lazy by doing it this way. It tells you something. Yeah, you can use support for your head. Absolutely. Straighten your knees more, child. All right, Kathy, you're listing towards your door. Don't list towards your door. Bring your hips and your legs over away from the door that has the blanket in front of it. If you have two doorways there. Kathy Lindauer, you're still listing. No, you're going the wrong way. Go the other way. Hips, 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 hips and legs. There you go. Yes, lift that right side. The right side hip has to go up a lot more. Can you straighten your knees, Laura? Top of the knees. Yeah, don't worry about, how about just taking your arms forward? Taking your arms forward. Yeah, and straightening the legs. Head in between the arms. Arms forward more, like down dog. Yes, there you go. Even extension of the spine. So yeah, looks pretty good. I'd say, you know, you've got your heels at the wall on purpose. If you want to try balancing, push your 2 toes on top of each other. Yes. And take the legs off the wall simultaneously at the same time. All right, everybody start to either come down or come up. Bring your hands to your hips and stand up, straight legs. Okay. All right, we're going to work on Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Since not everybody has a rope wall, I'm not going to use my rope wall. And I want you to just have a chair, any chair will do, that you can put your foot on the top of the chair. Now I'm 5'7" and something, a half, but this chair is too low for me. So I have built it up by putting a sticky mat. I've sandwiched a blanket in between the sticky mat and just made a kind of a thick, I don't know, another 5 or 6 inches, and put that across the back of my mat. Have a long strap without a loop in it. We're going to try this with the chair and without, see what happens. And when we come to without the chair, you're welcome to just repeat. Just have your strap there on your shoulder. Stand in front of your chair. You're maybe not even a foot away from your chair. Join the feet and legs. I'm going to show. I'm going to change my camera. Aha. You can see all of me. All right, so from Tadasana, join your legs and feet. Roll the front thighs in, spread the backs of your thighs out, the groins away from each other. They're doing this way. Tailbone in, thighs back. Too close. Okay, now I have to keep on doing the work of Tadasana in the left leg as I bend and bring the right leg up to the chair. I'm just the heel. Back of the heel, Achilles area is on the chair. So the left leg, it still has, the front of the left thigh still has to roll in and the groin has to move back. Okay, now I've got my strap here and I'm just gonna reach it around towards the ball of the foot. And I have a little bit of help. I can choke up on the strap and lift the trunk up off those legs. So imagine doing this, holding your big toe. It's Supta Padangusthasana 1, but we are not laying down anymore. We're not supine anymore. We're Utthita, fully extended, standing up. Okay, now can you keep your mind on your left strong leg, left foot, the metatarsals even push, extending forward. Let go of your strap. Take your arms up. So the lifted leg isn't doing nothing, right? It has to work strongly. Pull the hamstring back towards the buttock bone and lift yourself up. Arms back, child. Arms back. Go a little wider with your arms as you did earlier. Yeah. Yeah. So you can imagine what this pose is like without the support. Okay, and now release and back to Tadasana. Put your strap there on your left, across your left shoulder. Tadasana. Roll those shoulders back. Remember the work of Supta Padangusthasana, all that work we did when the knees were bent, how we worked on rolling those shoulders back, pin those shoulders back, lift your chest. Okay, now mind on your right leg, still doing its Tadasana work. Bring the left heel to the chair. Be tall there. Do Tadasana in your Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Look straight ahead. Even extension of the anterior spine, and then the inside, the inside of the posterior spine. Okay, then you've got your strap. Lasso that foot. Okay, now you have some more help. Hamstring pulls back to the buttock on that left leg. Lift your trunk up. Push through that ball. It's a little bit like, you know, pedal to the metal on that left leg. Keep the hip down on that left leg. Keep the groins back. Don't let the groins shoot forward. Keep them going, moving back, and lift your trunk up. Now, can you let go of the strap and reach the arms up? Urdhva Hastasana. How tall can you stand up out of that standing leg? And pull the lifted leg hamstring back towards the buttock flesh. Nice. Okay. And now release. Okay. Stand back, forget your strap. Stand back in Tadasana. Bend the right knee, put it back on your chair. Reach both arms up. So you're going back to the final version that we did. Reach both arms up and now turn towards your right. Bring your right hand outside your right leg. Your left hand outside your right leg. Your right arm reaches back and now you're turning at that thoracic lumbar juncture. Turn the left back thoracic lumbar juncture towards the front of the body. Turn, turn, turn. Woo. How's that going? Be stable, steady, and turn. Reach that arm. Turn your back body. Yeah, if you have the wall, it's okay to use the wall. Try it. If you've got the wall, it's close. Nice. Don't let the right hip come up, right? Make the crease of the right hip deeper and turn that thoracic lumbar junction. All right, and now release and stand back up in Tadasana. Bring the left leg to the chair. Stand up tall and straight, Urdhva Hastasana arms. Inhale, reach up, lift your trunk up off the legs. And now exhale, turn right hand outside the left leg. Turn from the right thoracic lumbar junction. Turn, turn, turn and reach, turn and reach. So the front of your spine, the chest is turning towards that wall in front of you. Back of the spine facing the wall behind you. Keep the arm at shoulder level if you can, yeah. The palm just is open, it just faces that wall that you're turning towards. All right, and now release. All right, in the interest of time, how many people want to try it without support? Only one? All right. All right, Sopo, you just try. Here's the deal. When I agreed to sub for Mary, I forgot that I made once a quarter, I go see my massage therapist. So I have an appointment to go see my massage therapist. So when we get into Shavasana, I'm just gonna, like 10:42, I'm just gonna sign off and let you guys do your own Shavasana. So we have quite a bit more. So Sopo, you wanna try it on your own? Here's how you'll try it on your own, and then you can catch up. The rest of you sit in upavishta konasana, 1 foot away from your wall. So the wall's behind you. And Sopo, how you'll do it is like this. I like when I'm turning to the right, So I have my right side at the wall, just so my elbow can touch. Can you see? Mind on the standing leg. Okay, then you'll switch hands and turn. Okay. So you're going to the right side. You have your right side along the wall. You'll do holding the big toe, just upright, and then you'll switch. Okay, the rest of us are in upavishta konasana.
Behind the wall. You might not be able to see me.
Okay, that's fine. You just be with yourself. So here I am. I pull the hamstrings back towards the buttock. I've got my wall. Oh yeah, I'm a little bit too far. I'd say a good 12 to 14 inches away from the wall. So I sit up straight in upavishta. Okay. Now just parshva, upright. So you just, at first you're just putting I'm going your opposite way. So you're turning to the right. So your left hand is just going in the middle there. And your right hand is going, can you see it? Going to the wall behind me, palm flat on the wall. So from that thoraco-lumbar juncture, turn. Don't turn from your hips. Turn from this area right here. Turn. I'm getting all sorts of pops going on, and I've already done this today. Okay, now I've got the turn. Now can I put the hand on the outside of the right knee, take the hand quietly off the wall, and now start coming over the right leg. Now my hand goes to the shin, and I keep turning at that your left thoracic lumbar area. The hand on the floor next to my knee is helping me do that. Can you see? This opposite hand is helping me turn. Then opposite hand goes to the outside of the foot. Then if I've got that nice turning in that thoracic lumbar area, then the same hand as the side that you're going to can come off the floor, cross over, and exhale, go down. Bring your back down. It's okay if the left buttock comes off the floor a bit. You can work to get it back down once you're down, but feel as though, you let the back body drape. Keep your mind on that area where I told you to turn from. Move it forward and down. Okay, nice. All right, inhale and sit up back to upavishta. You can have your hands behind. Fix anything that might have gone wrong. I'm going to pull the hamstring back towards the buttock flesh and feel as though the back of my legs are making an even imprint on the floor. Okay, now you're turning to your left. First, the hand is in the middle of the trunk, hand behind you, more on that, behind that right buttock. And now can you reach the wall and turn? I like to bend the back elbow, and it helps me turn more. And then I bring my attention to that thoracic lumbar area and I turn that. Turn more from your waist, turn more in your back ribs, in that thoracic lumbar region. Go on turning, lifting up that same front of your, it'll be your right side of your trunk, anterior spine. Okay, then you start to come forward. Now the hand can come to the thigh, outside of the thigh. Hand can come off the wall and it helps you turn. Then the hand, your right hand can come to the calf. Turn that thoracic lumbar area. Keep the hand on the floor, helping you. Turn, turn, turn. Then the hand comes to the outside of the foot. Turn, turn and extend. Turn and extend. Then elbow can bend, head down, other hand across to the inside of the foot. And now use your arms to pull yourself down. Feel that back body draping downward. Let the back go down. All right. Inhale and come back up. Now you're going to try to grab your big toes. I have to come in just a little bit. It's a legal cheat, we call that. Inhale up, reach the arms up. Grab your big toes. Abdomen stays back. The lumbar, the abdomen fills out the lumbar. Bend the elbows out to the side and head down. Press your thighs down as if you were doing Supta Padangusthasana, the down leg of Supta Padangusthasana 1. Press the thighs down. Let the abdomen come to a quiet place. Broaden the collarbones. You can bend those elbows out to the side. And feel that expansiveness across your chest. Nice, guys. All right, inhale and come up. Baddha Konasana. So you're taking your hands on the thigh side, just near the back of the knees. Bring, you need a block behind you. I'll show this way. It's right there. Bring the feet in close. You might even have to, scoot up. Both hands back, and you can see I'm not on the heel of my hand. I'm just on, the hands are turned out, and I lift the trunk up. Okay, now you're turning to your right. I can do the same side because I'm showing you the side view. And I do want you to see this thoracic lumbar junction right here. So your left hand comes to reach the top of your toes. Okay. My right hand comes to the brick. I'm going to like it that second height. And I turn. Right from here, turn the back body, lift the front body up. Press the outer edges of your feet together and turn. How's it going? It's a strong action. Should feel good. Try not to bounce. Try to just let the groins be relaxed. Press more on the outer edge of your feet and let the groins come down. All right, and then come back to the front. Okay, and then other side. So reach around with your right hand, grab your toes, reach around with your left hand and turn. Mind in that thoracic lumbar area, turn. Turn it, turn it, turn it. So your chest is turning more. Well, mine, because I'm sideways, my chest is turning towards the camera. Lift your chin just ever so slightly. Push the soles, push the outer edge of your feet together more and turn. All right, and then back to front. So this one is very subjective. Kathy, we did this yesterday. So I'm going to put my hands underneath my fingers, underneath my ankle bones, just for a little bit of padding. I pull the abdomen back. I use my hands on my thighs. And now, I'm just going to curl abdomen back. And my head almost touches my toes. Grind soft. Use your arms. Push your forearms into your calves and thighs. Yeah. All right. And now slowly come up. All right. You got your brick? You're going to do it the wide, Setubandha Sarvangasana, the wide, not the narrow, the wide, tall way. So I bring the feet in, tuck the shoulders under, lift up, wide, tall way. Tuck the shoulders. I can hold on to my sticky mat. Okay, join the legs and feet. A little bit more work. So I press the left leg down and I reach the right leg up. So Ekapada Setubandha Sarvangasana. Now I extend the left leg and I reach evenly the inner and outer edges of the left leg along the floor. Okay, are you there? And if it's not reaching the floor, pick it up and reach it. The leg that's on the floor is trying to get straight, Marissa. Just pick it up away from the floor and just reach it away. Yeah, reach it. Good. Okay, and then second side, back to Chatuspadasana, like with the feet together, legs together. Okay, and now reach your left leg up just at 90. Most people go beyond 90, but the leg has to be straight, knee, top of the knee back. Okay, keep that leg like that, a little bit closer to you, Chaya, a little bit closer to you. Yeah, but straighten your knee more. Push through the inner foot up, balls of the feet slightly up, and now extend your right leg along the floor, or the other leg that you didn't have up. Yes. Even extension. I don't care if it doesn't go on the floor. The down leg doesn't go on the floor, but what I really want is even extension. And your weight on the brick is not dead weight. Okay, you're working your shoulders, you're tucking your shoulders. It's as if that brick wasn't there. Use the gluteus, medius, and maximus. Okay, and then release down. Slowly lift your hips up away from the block. Grab your ankles. Do one last Chatuspadasana or reach towards your ankles. Chatuspadasana, lift up. Strong, strong action like the strong Tadasana that you did. Now you're doing strong Chatuspadasana. Come on, buttocks up, Chaya. Buttocks up, yeah. All right, and then remove your block. Come off your tiptoes, remove your block, and slowly lower the trunk down. Okay, get your creature comforts. Here it is already, quarter till. So get your creature comforts for your Shavasana, whatever makes you happy, comfortable. If you need a spinal twist, you could put both feet on the floor and then just take both feet to both knees to the right, trunk to the left. Basically a nice twist if you want to do it that way with the arms out to the side. Opposite hand, Laura, can go on that top knee. Yeah, and then you try to get some of your back to the floor. And then otherwise you're just in your Shavasana. And then other side if you're doing the spinal twist. And do yourself a favor when you come out of your Shavasana, try a nice Paschimottanasana. Not now, because you're down. I just want you to relax. But do yourself a favor and observe your spine after you've done all this, conscious effort of that even extension of the spine. See what happens in your Paschimottanasana after you come up from Shavasana. I will see most of you on Monday. It was a pleasure. Thank you for coming. Stay in your Shavasana for give yourself at least 5 minutes. Thank you guys. Namaste.